Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Rule the Waves as Italy, episode number 42, I hope, I think. It has been like 3 weeks since I recorded the last episode. Luckily, we came off that big victory, so if I struggle getting back into the whole momentum moving forward, at least we're carrying a lot of victories with us, and it's showing in the victory points, right? We're blockading them now. Lots of stuff is going our way. And the reason why we're blockading them, of course, is we have the service of our trusty allies, the Germans. So things look really good. Ideally, we'll get an invasion or two. But, look, it's 1935. Good lord. So, actually, this series is almost coming to a close. I didn't realize how close we are to the end. I think we had a huge number of submarines that we built. They are still doing well, and I remember that part of our objective for victory was to really win in the shipping, in the blockade type game. So blockading them is gonna make it harder for our submarines to sink any ships because, well, all their ships are already being blockaded, so they're not getting out of port. So it's tougher to sink more of their merchant ships. They lost a lot of submarines there. I like to see that. Convoy attack. Let's. Well, I mean, look at the. It's a large battle. Okay, I think they might just decline all these battles, which is just going to start stacking victory points up for us. Now they aren't being blockaded, which is a big surprise. What in the world is Germany doing? I beg your pardon. 83 points to 40. This is not sufficient for a blockade. Come again? Yeah, anyway. People, by the way, I finally am reading all these comments. You have to realize that the last couple of episodes, I mean last 4 maybe episodes, I had to do in bulk recording, like a series. That might also be how things go in general for the channel as we're moving forward here. By the way, new recording setup. I don't know how it sounds, but just listening to my own voice, which is always scary. I like the acoustics. This is not the place where I'll be staying for very long, but it's a halfway home. No, not really, but we almost can think of it that way. But anyways, I like the acoustics, so I think that there aren't any echo issues. Actually, to be honest, with all the stuff we have crammed in here, this is probably a better recording location, studio, whatever, than any of my normal locations will be. Okay, so we have 20 points over here to France's 1, which is over the 3-to-1 limit that we need to incite a possible invasion. How are we doing in terms of ships? Okay, so we have the Graf Spee, which I remember now is the one we... No, wait, Graf Spee would not be the one. Look, I don't even remember... Yeah, this is a terrible ship. Yeah, Graf Spee, this is the... Oh, and it's Graf Spee, sorry. I was corrected by this so many times that I can't remember, but it's Graf Spee, right? Or is it Spee? God, I think it's Spee. People are going to correct me again. All I need to do is go back to the 5 or 6 videos where people were correcting me. Anyway, I've returned to ground zero, basically. I don't know whether it's Spee or Spee anymore. This is a terrible ship, though. If we retrofit it, it's just to get it out of obsolete. Since we are, how ahead are we in points here? Are we close? Yeah. We are way ahead because it's 90 to 3. Well, let's leave it out for one more turn, but then, well, let's get the Chibo to refit. Because that's only one. And who's in the Mediterranean? Oh, well, we can't get her to go because she's in the Mediterranean. I mean, the Indian Ocean, and we need her there to cause, hopefully, an invasion. So, we'll just say next turn. Looks like we've gotten more submarines. That's just fine by me. Just in time, probably. But probably just in time, really, for not just to put more pressure on the French, but for the end of the game. So we won't get much usage out of any of these ships. Some things finishing constructions. Look at that. Plenty of money. Okay, better pre-battle enemy strength assessment. That's nice. We sank a French destroyer, not too significant. A minesweeper, a little bit less significant. Another minesweeper, another one, another one. We sank 2 ships and we lost 1 sub. This is truly the effect of the blockade, I think. 7-2, so they're still able to go at it. 7-2. Doing a little bit of fighting still. They'll probably decline. They did. Yeah. So I think this might just be us cruising into victory. There's not really much more to do. It looks like we have the... Oh, the Giuseppe Garibaldi is going to be committed. This is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is not a refit. This is her construction. So she's going to join the war just in time. Let's take a look at the points, because we have nothing better to do anyway, but also, I also should be capitalizing on, okay, 7 months left there. We don't need to build bases here. And we do have some basing in, 4 in West Africa, thanks to the contributions of Germany, which is, I guess, almost nothing. I guess we could increase... Nah, it's not worth it. It's always just better to double the higher one. I mean, it doesn't double, but it increases by a larger amount the larger the base is, so... Yeah, and I do want to invade, so we're at 107 to 28. That's definitely a 3-to-1. I think we ride this out. We're going to get another ship back in a month. Another ship back. I mean, everything looks good. Everything looks good. No complaints. There she is. Do not let them off lightly. Okay, there it is. It's unfortunate, I would say, because we would have preferred for their government to crash. But, and look at that, we cannot even get Corsica. That was my goal the whole time, was to take Corsica. I guess we can take Tunisia just to start. Well, I mean, we might as well paint the map since this is basically the end of the game. Funny, that's the end. That's crazy. And I don't know how long we've been recording for, because I have no concept of time. I don't have 2 monitors, so I don't have a recording monitor. I don't have my recording software up on the second monitor. I think we've only been going about 15 minutes is my guess, maybe even less than that. So I guess we'll just trudge on. What is there to trudge on and do? Even with our greatly reduced monthly balance, we actually are positive. I guess the things we can do are rebuild these ships. We need to have a design to rebuild it. So I think we just save this as is. Oh my gosh, there's so much weight remaining. Well, I think adding ammo doesn't really cost us anything, I believe. We'll do the things which are free. Excuse me. So 30, 20. Yeah. Might as well. It has remarkable secondaries. So that's good to know. Good torpedo defense. I mean, there's a lot of stuff about this which is good. And if we give it pretty much an infinite supply of ammunition, well, that's not bad either. Long range. I did not even know that this is a long range. 26 knots. This is not... In a lot of ways, it's a decent ship. Unfortunately, in a lot of ways, like, what was I looking at? Oh, the turret configuration itself is terrible. Anyway, I don't really see a point in doing anything. It'll just cost money for no real gain. So, now one thing that doesn't cost us anything is giving our secondaries director firing, and that's going to be important on a ship which has 24 freaking secondaries. I would like to go to turrets too. How much is this going to cost? Yeah, a lot. Let's go back to casemates. Good. Alright, so we'll save this design. Yep. And rebuild. Okay, good. We might as well get the other one, which is the Vascato. The ancient Vascato class, which is still very decent. No need to do anything with her. We could give her advanced director. Oh, wow. She squeaks in just at weight. Well, that's exciting. And she's actually too fast for her torpedoes. I think it's 26, maybe even 25. I can't remember. I think it's 26 is the underwater launch limit. Good number of mines. We could have dropped those if we absolutely needed. the extra weight. The historical gamer, here's an aside. The historical gamer is doing a series right now. I watched some of his ship development as Russia. So kind of a promotion for whatever he's doing, but at the same time, I have to say, I don't always agree with his design philosophy. And this dates back to even our cooperative series together. And maybe one of these days, I mean, we're doing To End All Wars in theory, at least, right now. But it'd be nice if we could do another Rule the Waves video, or series. That'd be a lot of fun. I think I have... Somebody is here. I don't know if they will make noise. No. Okay, good. Let's keep going then. Above water tubes on other ships in 1935. Poor education, not the best quality for a nation. We'll just keep plugging along though. I don't even know what my goal is here. In fact, let's just say that we go a few more months and then we'll do a little wrap up. I would have liked to have brought in like the drawings that people have done. Lightning Dragon was doing like a ship collection. If nothing else, I'll just pin a link to his report, AAR really, after action report. I think he, I mean, as far as I know, it was just something he was mentioning for a bit. Maybe it got lost in over the course of the series, but Etna's doing good. Let's just move her back. See what kind of budget we have. Oh wait, do we have foreign tonnage requirements? I think we actually do. Yeah, we do. Okay, so we'll leave the Etna there then. Yeah, I guess that's it. So submarines, what's our count? I could just look it up. We're still building a few more, but we have 57. Now let's just go to the almanac. Let's begin our wrap up. So we're going to conclude with a budget which is 250. Still dead last, but it's amazing. We almost caught up with France. And we started rounding out on Austria-Hungary a bit too. Russia a little bit further ahead. But you look at the ones if you look at the people who are not Great Britain and the United States, and it's actually much closer, at least in percentage wise, than it was in the beginning of the game. Like, remember in the beginning of the game we were severely behind people. And I mean, I think Austria-Hungary was second to last at some point and was still double us. I can't remember, but I think around like 1906 or whatever. Maybe it was 1910. We were so far behind in budget, just as a factor. And we're doing a lot better now. The only nation to conclude with two of her... I mean, look, we're in World War II timeframes, and we're still chugging along with two of our pre-dreadnought battleships. I like to call them pre-war battleships, but someone has, just reminded me that the official name is, I guess, the pre-dreadnought battleships. A lot of people actually had armored cruisers. I suppose that's actually heavy cruisers now. They've flopped their role. Although this game doesn't really model in the heavy cruiser well, so I would just call it armored cruiser, just to emphasize the fact that these are not good in the end game, as I think I've shown time and time again. Decent amount of light cruisers. I think that even though we have, let's say, 43,000 tons, it's respectable compared to other people, but I would say that our 43,000 tons are very hard hitting. I love the way our light cruisers were designed in this game. Let's take a look at those designs just to showcase what that was. Like, oh, that is not. There it is. We had, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A 7-sided broadside, 28 knots, 6,300 tons, 3-inch belt. I mean, these are just heavy hitting light cruisers. One-on-one, I think these can go toe-to-toe with anything in the world that's light cruiser designation or lower. Let's see. We had mines even, because we had a little bit of space left over, which was fantastic. Just a great. I would say that this is like my ideal template end game. Having the 4 torpedoes per side. If you could squeeze 6, get 2 triple turrets, that'd be even better. You'd probably have to lose some mines or go up to 6,400 or something, but it'd probably be worth it for the extra torpedo capability late game. Still think this is a great ship. And even the, where she being rebuilt she is. Even the Viscato class, only a 6-sided broadside, but I decided to not go with the 2-inch deck on this one, so she would take splinter damage to the deck, but in a close battle, I think that she still wins. I'd give her like pretty good odds. I was going to say 2-1, but that's pretty high. Maybe 3-2 or 4-3 odds against any other light cruiser in the game. So pretty. I mean, the Viscato herself, look at that. She's a veteran, so maybe better odds for her. Glad that we got all the ships that we tried to build out in time, but yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here. So it's funny that I come back and I only record one episode, which is the concluding one where nothing happens. I could have just concluded it before I left, but that's just how things go sometimes. Okay, so I'll go back and I'll listen to this video, make sure the audio is okay, and then hopefully we can get to End All Wars. Now, if you've made it to the end of the series, you've made it through 42 episodes, which is amazing. And I always say this at the end of my series, that if you leave any comments, any recommendations, basically anything that you say at the end of this video is going to be taken very seriously. And I would say that I mentioned I say this at the end of all my series, but I say it at the end of a series which is only 6 episodes long. I really do wait the end of a Rule the Wave series after 40 episodes. I wait those comments far more than I wait even like the end of a normal series that goes 6-10 episodes. So I'm, by the way, going to be doing End All Wars now that we don't have anything else active on the channel really. So that's, I'm sure, what a lot of people would recommend I do, but I will be getting to that. I know it. I will. I just gotta do it. Otherwise, stumbling. Oh, naming system for the next one. I normally like to put it on before actually. I would love to have the naming scheme for the next one in this episode. However, I don't have that up yet, and I know I need to post this video because it's already been a few days since my last since my last episode aired. So I'm going to put this up, and I'm not going to have a link to the new Rule the Waves naming thing, which means, unfortunately, if you're on the Discord, I'll try to post it there in the Rule the Waves category before the next series starts, which will be as the United States, but it'll probably be in like a month. You know, we'll take, well, I'd say maybe like 3 weeks. I'll take 3 weeks off. I'll get the 2 End All Wars out. Otherwise, I'll have to post the file, the Google form on the episode 1 of the next one. And I don't like to do that just because I know that the most loyal people who probably deserve most to have their name in the game are the ones who have made it to this episode. So maybe I'll do some kind of middle ground thing where I'll call it like episode, maybe I'll call Rule of Waves episode 43, but it'll actually just be me saying, hey, here's the form for your names. Anyway, I can tell my voice isn't used to recording anymore. I'm kind of cracking, probably because I'm now working, so I talk with people all day. Anyway, I will wrap this up here. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this series, and I look forward to the start of the next series and any recommendations or comments you have for me. So until the next one, thanks again, and take care.